Good morning and welcome to episode 1212 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, May 18th, 2023. Thank you for cheating on the news with us today. Mark's going south of the border, eating tacos and bashing AI once again in the cup of coffee in the big time. And you will hear that in a second. I've got an ode to Vice News and another very special group on deck. Wes, have you heard about Vice News?
I mean, I know Vice News. I haven't heard any. What has something happened to Vice News?
Oh, something may have happened. You'll find out on deck. Pretty big if you don't. I mean, if you haven't heard anything of and then Wes has hippos and perverts to bat us home today.
That's right. We're going to start out dark, and then we're going to go right into the light.
Oh, nice.
Right into the pervert light.
I was killing
light-hearted pervert.
I was killing a giant cockroach live.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
Oh, that's what was happening.
Yeah.
All right.
I got it.
Good. Fantastic.
Cleaning out the house.
Studio.
So,
summertime in Texas, baby.
Cleaning out the house. The bugs are like, what's going on?
Yeah. Hey, I've been living here for years.
Yeah.
Shook one right out into the open in the office, huh?
Yeah. I was like, I don't want that crawling on me and me screaming on the live show, so I'm going to take care of that right away.
That's good. That's a good call. That's a good call. Hey, while you finish cleaning it up, just a couple reminders. Snapchat. Everybody follow at Hard Factor News on Snapchat. Intern Cooper is DJing that account. Intern Joey is on TikTok while it's not banned everywhere. Of course, Al's on Twitter. Producer Eric and Squad on the Metaverse, YouTube, and everything else, social media. Also, Intern Jackson is looking for interview leads for the show. So if you hit him up, if you got any hot tips for us, who you want to see us talk to on Hard Factor.
Yeah.
We found a guy on Florida Man Friday today that we're going to really try to talk to. His name is Bill Busey. And hopefully we get in touch with him because he is a content machine.
He sounds like a man's man, like Bill Brasky.
Yeah, he's
so close.
He's a man's
man.
He's
right. Something. He's something. All right. Electric on the camera. That's why we got to get him. Yeah. All right.
Nice. Okay.
Did you say what I had basically?
You're going south of the border, eating tacos and bashing AI.
That's right. All right. Nice. Do you want to talk about what happened to you today, Will, or no?
Oh, no. Sure. I'll just fill the audience in what's happening in my personal life. I might be stressed on air because my wife is going to deliver our son any day now. Well, within the next few weeks here, and then our daughter, she got injured at daycare, and it was not her fault. It was somebody else's fault, and so it sucks. So we're dealing with that on the side. She's going to like multiple, she had to go to the hospital today, whatever, x-rays, all this stuff. So we'll see, but she's going to heal up. She'll be fine. A couple weeks at the worst.
You're being so nice about it because the person whose fault it is infuriating. But I guess we can go and do the news if that's what you guys want to do.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
All right, let's get a live poll going. We're trying to get the live audience involved early on in the show, right? Would you rather's like live polls, because you can check us out on youtube.com/Hard Factor. We go live at 8 p.m. Eastern every Sunday through Thursday. Come on and join us for live shows. Tomorrow, the 10th Fast and the Furious movie comes out. Eric, our producer, I've sent you the titles of the first 9 films, but I'm being informed that the polls can only do 4 or 5 options. So what I'd like to see in the live chat is people throw out their favorite Fast and Furious numbers, like 1 through 9. And the first 4 that we see that are unique, we're going to put up a poll and say, what's the best Fast and Furious? I love the Fast and Furious. I've been rewatching them. You guys Fast and Furious fans?
Yeah, absolutely. I can't keep up with it because there's a lot now. And then now it's going into even more. Now that Vin Diesel's gone, it's confusing because he's kind of like the whole thing, but I guess it's going to go on.
He's not gone.
Oh, he's not gone.
No,
he's slinging cars.
The Rock's
over
gone.
Canyons.
Oh, the Rock's gone. Oh, I'm sorry. Is the Rock starting a new Fast and Furious type
He's too
movie
big for
franchise.
He did that Hobbs and Shaw one, which I guess I would count as a 10th spinoff, but they're not doing another one. That was him and Statham, and he quit because he said Vin Diesel was hard to work with and vice versa. But Vin Diesel is still in 10. They brought in Momoa for this one.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so Momoa's in now.
Yeah.
Rock is out. See, I would say that my
weirdo.
complaint with the Fast franchise is like Wes with the metaverse, right? Because it got too confusing for me with all the characters.
I've never seen one all the way through.
If no one puts
Well, you've never.
I've never had any interest in it. Just never seen it.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't know
Well,
why. And there's no reason for it. I haven't gone to them yet.
I have to say, I have on the rewatch this time in particular, I've been paying attention. I'm on the fourth one. I'm noticing some things in the first four that pop up in like 6, 7, 8, and 9 that I didn't.
Deep lore.
That I didn't. Oh, the lore is actually pretty deep. It's the underrated script writing and lore, and I'm getting into the lore even more. And I think.
Wow.
I need a few more watch throughs in completion, but I'd like to become like a foremost expert on Fast and Furious lore. Maybe by my 40th birthday, it's something I could achieve.
Cam and I can watch those, right? They're fine. For
Yes.
Yeah, pretty
Absolutely.
much. Yeah.
They're PG-13. I think.
PG-13 for
I'll
sure.
watch a few of them.
Yeah. It's no drug use. It's a lot of drinking Coronas and women in bikinis.
Perfect.
It's the perfect, like, you know how there's background music, like songs or albums that you would put on in the background that you wouldn't necessarily like listen to intensely. It's like that. It's like the perfect movie to put on like at a sneaker store or at like a bar during the day, you know? Fast.
I'm gonna
the whole franchise.
Miss it tonight because the Vanderpump Rules is on tonight, and it's
Vanderpump.
It's the big one.
The reunion?
No,
Are they talking about?
It's,
Are they talking about?
It's where it all comes to a head. Scandal.
Yeah, the reunion.
Shit.
Not reunion. The final episode before the reunion.
Oh.
They had to turn the cameras back on because of the scandal that came out. So this is extended. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I got some cheese.
Wow.
I got a baguette.
It's big stuff, Mark. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's a big
my wife's
controversy.
told me about
This
it. She's
season
into it.
is-
I don't care. Jim and
some
Tiller
cheating
have it right.
happening.
It's about family with the Fast and Furious. I'm seeing Fast 5. I'm seeing Fast 3 Tokyo Drift, Fast 9. And go ahead and throw a Fast 7 in there, Eric, for the poll. We'll do that. All right, let's move on to the news. And by the way, Wes, the guy who the scandal was, like, I watched one episode with my wife because she just got into this show like now. He's the guy that was doing the scandal in season 1. It came like full head with this douchebag.
Dude, he's
a piece of shit.
Once a cheater,
Yeah.
always a cheater.
Once a cheater, always a cheater. All right, news stories. So what do we have?
Yeah.
Skinny twink. How about we go straight to Ecuador, where President Guillermo Lasso, I think I got a pic of this guy, and you got to take a look at him too. I mean, he's unique looking. He looks to me like someone in a fake old person suit with makeup.
Yeah, yes.
Ooh, yeah.
It's
He,
like
did he
Johnny
lose a
Knoxville.
lot of
Old
weight?
grandpa Johnny Knoxville. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
He looks like a fake old person with like decent makeup on. He's gonna dunk a basketball. He's gonna dunk a basketball on you on the courts.
Half of his hair on the top of his head is dyed, and the other half he didn't care to dye. It's just gray. It's weird.
Oh no. I've got the pattern grayness coming in. It's no, I could see where I would
Pattern
just have
grayness.
streaks.
Okay.
But like no, like some people it just comes in like a straight
That's
line.
a perfect
Like
part, though. Look at that.
yeah. It's like half and half. All of his front hairs are gray. All of his back hairs are black.
It's like you meant to
Oh,
do that.
But isn't
Speaking of that,
how would that work though? Did he dye his hair gray and his real hair is dark? Wasn't that how that would
No,
work?
he dyed his back hair dark.
Oh,
and
his
real
back
hair
hair,
is
okay.
and
gray.
left the front natural, so people wouldn't call
Wisdom
him a
in the front,
tryhard.
youth in the back.
Yeah.
It's like a gray person's
Party.
mullet. I mean, this guy, he looks. By the way, I will to not look like him. So also because that's a benefit of this, but also because I'll look ridiculous and more like Hulk Hogan. At 100,000 followers on Instagram, which is only like a couple thousand away, I will bleach my hair. So
98,350 right now.
So everybody,
close. Get the burners
push,
going.
share it, push to your friends, and then you can see me with bleached hair. I'm gonna look probably
Awesome.
I just got the buzz
Whoa,
cut by
you shaved.
Carrie
damn.
Hayter's mom. And Carrie Hayter, if you don't know, is a defensive lineman on the San Francisco 49ers. And his mom works at Great Clips. And she was telling me all about it when she
works
while
the
she was
buzzer,
buzzing my
amazing.
hair. bitching
NFL
about-
player's mom works at Great Clips.
Wow, big stuff going on with the hair right now in Hard Factor.
Yeah.
Is she a liar?
No, she was for real. She told me all about him. He went to Texas Tech scholarship. He was, he's out there on a yearly contract in San Francisco. I was like, how does he like San Francisco? She's like, it's where the paycheck is, baby.
And then she buzzed the shit out of your hair.
Well, I asked for that.
Yeah, you went for a 0.
Yeah.
Summertime. Gotta let the air flow.
Well, Guillermo Lasso, he's the Ecuador's president, right? He just completely disbanded Ecuador's National Assembly, which is their legislative branch, their Congress. He literally just ended Congress, which was controlled.
You can do that?
You can in Ecuador. It was
They
controlled.
don't have checks and balances over there?
Not anymore. No, there's a clause he enacted, which we'll get to, but his opposing party, he's like far right or something. His opposing party was in charge of Congress, was leading Congress, so they were impeaching him, and he said, "Oh yeah, you want to impeach me? How about you eat my ass? Impeach absolutely nothing and get fucked and die," is what he said. Lasso enacted a never before used constitutional measure in Ecuador, the "get fucked and die" clause.
Yeah, the "I'll shoot you" clause.
Yeah,
the president does whatever he wants.
Yeah,
clause.
I control the army clause.
Yeah.
Right. How come the presidents hadn't done that before? Seems like an easy one to get out of an impeachment.
Oh, they do it. They have done it before.
No, this is the first time in Ecuador. Well, because I'm being a little tongue in cheeky. I'll tell you what exactly he did in a second. Lasso was being investigated for embezzlement, and crime, extortion, kidnapping, and robberies have been skyrocketing in Ecuador in the past few years as the gangs have just kind of taken over Ecuador, and people are not real happy with Lasso, but he doesn't care and will end you. Now, there is good news and bad news for Ecuador, as in order to dissolve Congress, the insane action the president enacted for the first time in Ecuador's history was muerte cruzada, aka mutually assured death, meaning he also likely ended himself, as he immediately disbanded Congress, but in order to do so called for new elections for both Congress and the presidency. And this guy is worse than our last two guys. He has an approval rating of like 14%. So like he's going to be gone too. He's well under 20%. But in the interim, while they have to set up these new elections, which may take weeks, I don't know, months, he now is ruling by decree and has no checks and balances, and it's just him in there until the elections, because Congress is gone day one from this, but he stays as president until the new elections and everything. So he is ruling with an iron fist until they remove him into the next elections.
There's nothing anybody's going to do about it. They're just going to go by. He
enacted muerte cruzada. He's muerte cruzadaing all over town.
Weird.
The death crusade.
The Death Crusade.
Yeah.
Mutually.
What are you gonna do about that?
Yeah. Why is that allowed?
Yeah. How come they can't?
How do you like Death Crusade?
Yeah.
He's one guy. Why can't they?
Did he say he just muerte cruzada us?
Oh, well, then I guess we gotta listen.
Yeah. So crazy times in Ecuador. Anyways,
everybody's getting taken over by gangs now, like Haiti, obviously Mexico, now Ecuador, Brazil. I mean,
big time for
Jesus
gangs.
Christ, I don't want to go anywhere near those places.
Well, good call.
I mean, go to Haiti.
Les is canceling his Haiti trip. Yeah.
I was gonna go to Haiti.
I hear the Galapagos are beautiful. Yeah, I wasn't sure about your Port-au-Prince trip.
Well, let's stay overseas and head to England to check in on Prince Harry and Princess Meghan. Oh wait, they renounced their titles and are living in Los Angeles. That's like getting a cock reduction, renouncing being in the British royal family. Like, you know what? My dick's too big. I just want to be normal.
It is a weird move.
It's a weird move. Anyway, those whiny idiots may actually have something to whine about now. Also, I'm with them on the racism stuff. That's BS, and I hate that for them, for her in particular and her child. But the billions and the castles and the not having to actually do any work besides smile and travel.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Mark, a lot of people have to put up with racist in-laws. None of them get to be a British royal for it.
Yeah, it's like really just the luckiest thing. Yeah, it seems like
there's that whole part of it too.
If you're gonna, she's gonna get racist treatment in Los Angeles, probably just like the royal family. Yeah, they're assholes, but it's such a sweet gig. Yeah. Anyways, what happened to Harry and Meghan? Let's get back to that. You're asking me what happened to them. Sorry. So the paparazzi almost Princess Diana'd them on Tuesday night, according to them. In New York City. Harry and Meghan are, quote, extremely upset and shaken after being involved in a near catastrophic 2-hour-long paparazzi chase, which started with 12 cars chasing them and ended with 4.
So weird.
Yeah. They were traveling with Markle's mom, Doria Ragland. I think I have her picture. And they were at like some event for Meghan winning an actress award. She was honored by Gloria Steinem at the Women of Vision Awards in Manhattan. Not an actress award, a Women of Vision Award in Manhattan. And the trio left in an SUV around 10 p.m. They were chased for almost 2 hours and scared shitless, and then
All
they
around
ended
the
up in a
city?
cab. Yeah, they ended up in a cab. I don't know how you get chased around New York for 2
Yeah, I
hours.
mean,
It's not that big.
if there's 12 cars chasing
going in
another
circles?
car in New York City, there would be video of it, right?
Right.
Yes.
Why didn't they leave New York City? Harry started videoing it himself. An inside source claims that one cameraman hit a car during the chase, and another almost ran over an NYPD officer during the quote near fatal high-speed chase. Then, like I said, they had to switch to a yellow cab to try and hide from the paparazzi towards the end of it, pulling like the Joe Pesci and Casino switcheroo to lose the feds. But unlike Pesci, they were unsuccessful. And BBC interviewed the cab driver, who said that Harry, Meghan, and her mom were definitely shaken up when they got in the cab, and that paparazzi were still following them during the 10 minutes he was with them and driving them around. But when asked if they were like acting overly aggressive, he's like, no, they were just kind of taking pictures.
They couldn't get a police escort for some reason.
They don't. What do they get a police escort for? They're not royal family.
They could
not
request it though,
Oh.
if they're going to be hounded like that by the paparazzi.
I
It
don't
obviously created like unsafe traffic
The,
conditions.
the driver said, I could have gotten away with them in the Lincoln Tunnel, but Harry said, absolutely not.
Yeah, no tunnels. Definitely no tunnels.
No tunnels for Harry.
Yeah, no, he holds his breath in the tunnels. It sounds like, based on the cab driver and stuff, it might be a bit of an exaggeration from Harry and Meghan. It wouldn't be the
Right. It
first
sounds
time.
like the high-speed chase aspect,
The
is
near
not,
fatalness
is
of
not
it.
really accurate.
I think they were just hounded for sure.
they were
And,
hounded by paparazzi.
I also
yes.
get the anxiety for paparazzi chases, considering
For sure,
his
'cause of his
mom and
dad.
everything, and
course.
the history. The story checks out as it should. They might have exaggerated a little bit, and the paparazzi were being aggressive assholes. That sounds like both are probably true. Now, the ND source did say Meghan's mother, who's not really used to this, was particularly terrified during the inappropriate chase. And one thing I think we can all agree on is that Meghan looks good in a dress.
She does.
Oh yeah.
She does.
Right.
So they weren't satisfied with that, with all the pictures that they didn't pose for the paparazzi outside of this event. They weren't. They
Looked like
needed.
they did.
They needed an inside the car shot, for fuck's
The
sake.
paparazzi are, dude, they're
They're
fucking ruthless.
Scum, yeah.
They're ruthless. Yeah. They want.
would have
It's
picked
never.
those
It's never enough. The hot tub's
They
too
are.
hot.
It also does, to Mark's point, sound a little exaggerated.
Right.
Like the details sound very tame compared, like the actual details of like the report sounds extremely tame compared to the description that was provided to the BBC.
Harry's kind of like the boy who cried wolf. You know, he's like,
Mhm.
kind of.
Well, yeah, his book.
He
They're,
exaggerates.
they're
a
very
little.
dramatic, those two.
They're dramatic.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's do a funny story sent in by Aristocrat. Sexual harassment at the workplace. Not funny, but misconstrued sexual harassment leading to a frivolous lawsuit is very funny, as you'll soon find out. Right?
Mhm.
Got you with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Karina Gasparova, a former project manager at SDocs, a paperless trade electronic document IT company, has a high opinion of herself. She also was sure her boss and CEO of the company, Alexander Gulandris, this guy was sexually creeping on her hard. Her sexual
That picture,
Yeah.
I mean, you show that to the jury.
he looks a little creepy.
He's up against a wall to
Anything
start
he does
the
is
trial.
creepy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's got resting creep face.
Yeah, he does.
Doesn't help. Now, her sexual harassment lawsuit claims that emails Galandra sent, including XX in them, 2 X's, right, were extremely inappropriate as they signified soliciting kisses from her. You know, like XOXO, like hugs and kisses, right?
Isn't the hug the X?
Well, the
No, I
think
guess not. I
the
guess
X is the
X
kiss. The hug,
kiss. Yeah.
hugs
It's
and
called
kisses.
hugs and kisses,
circle,
right?
I don't know.
Hug is a
Good
circle.
question.
Mm.
Good
Hug
question.
is a circle.
But
kiss is, I don't know.
Regardless, Galanders claims that, you know, considering the fact that they were in the middle of the email, not the bottom, and he sent them to everyone, and the XX was asking for more information on this. That's what it was. He was asking for more information. XX.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Not kisses. Well, what about
Okay.
Karina's accusations on her, quote, rich and powerful boss putting question marks in some of the emails? Surely, as she alleges in the lawsuit, all question marks were very thinly veiled attempts of him asking her when she would be ready to engage in sexual acts with him.
Okay.
Kiss
Question
when?
mark. What? Yeah. Hey, question mark. I'm over here with a boner that's not going to deflate itself. How many fucking question marks does a dude got to send? He's like showing up in the Riddler outfit.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Interesting. So he just pestered her with stuff that she would be hard to prove as sexual harassment.
She's insane. Will that's she just put a question mark at the end of a sentence. Okay, so
Oh
maybe,
wait, I thought you were saying he sent question marks over and over again.
no,
That-
just at the end of questions. in an email that was to
Oh.
everyone.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So
Oh, it's
maybe
to everyone, not just her.
well, I don't know. Like he put
Oh.
question marks in other emails. I'm sure.
Right.
Okay. So maybe we in the court, that this will never see the light of day and aren't buying the common punctuation in emails of sexual harassment argument. But how about this? Karina said the CEO changed the name of a file randomly one time that she was working on with him to AJG. AJG? Are you kidding me? She knows that was and is an acronym for a jumbo genital.
Oh no, it's his initials.
Well, yeah, right, buddy. I'm not going to look or touch your jumbo genital. Nice try, Alexander Goulandris. Alexander J. Goulandris.
But you really used that in the lawsuit?
Yeah, that's in the lawsuit.
What a moron.
A jumbo genital.
Dude, her lawyer was just stealing her money.
Yeah.
She got a lawyer that was just like, egging her
slam
on.
dunk
Like,
here.
I'll take the case. Oh, you're gonna win.
Slam dunk. AJG.
Everyone had a good laugh. AJJ, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. That's his initials. A jumbo genital. Could be a jumbo genital as well. Might be a coincidence. This story, by the way, is in London, not fake out London like the last story. Karina actually did end up bringing this case to a tribunal over there, telling them that she's not crazy and that since he was rich and powerful, he had to be creative and overt with his sexual advances. And she said, AJG is a jumbo genital. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel. Get with it, people. Sadly, a judge did recently throw out her case, telling her to her face that she has a skewed perception of everyday events, and she regularly misinterprets innocuous interactions with human beings.
Could have just asked her out.
Yeah.
Is that illegal in the workplace?
Did the lawyer, you think he was just like happily collecting checks? He never once was like, you're crazy.
I think
right?
in the, I don't know if anyone can Google. I think maybe a tribunal, like you can defend yourself over there. I don't know. It's England. They might not have needed. Like,
she may have just filed this shit
herself. She might have been defending herself.
Or he's like, I bet I can fuck this crazy bro.
Yeah. And the judge was like, get out of here. Yeah. The judge was like, question mark, why are we here? And she was like, you bastard. Taking it to the internet. Yeah, you could fuck her. Brand says stage 1 princess syndrome has unfortunately progressed to untreatable stage 4 main character syndrome. Society is worse because of it. So he's not real pleased with her.
Main character syndrome. Interesting one.
And he said all of society is worth. He's saying that this isn't just her. There's a lot of Karinas out there.
Hates snowflakes and strawberries. If he was Taiwanese.
Yeah. How young are you? I hate you. And then GH Webb sent a very long message, a very personal one, saying, my best friend's sister has some of the same character flaws as Miss Gasparova.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. She has had many great jobs through the years and has always been a quick study. Most every job she started at the bottom and quickly, lightning fast, gets promoted.
Lightning.
Yeah, lightning fast. Not from flirting or anything dealing with her looks, gender, or anything, but from being an excellent worker. Then she gets bored after a couple of years and she says her male supervisors are making threats to her job and advances for sex. She quits and sues them. Most settle out of a court and fire the male employee. At one company she worked, I personally knew one of the men she accused. He was in shock over her stories. He had lost a couple of things to cancer. What, like a what? Nuts. Like a nose?
Oh,
nuts. Okay. And I was the person who took him to his surgery appointments, recovery appointments, and counselors afterwards. I discussed the issue with her husband and with her brother. She dropped the lawsuit without apology. She has no remorse for the past men and families she has harmed. She is now divorced, and no one in her family even speaks to her. So he does not like that woman.
That's the T. Damn, he follows her around and fucks her shit up. That's awesome. She's crazy. Yeah, she tried to fuck his friend's life up with no balls.
Yeah, so he posts that thing all the time on everything. Yeah.
I mean, if you're a really, really hot chick in an office, you're getting people are believing you that
advantage you.
Yeah,
for sure. The people are definitely court's gonna jury if it's a jury or whatever.
Now it wasn't so great in the 80s and 90s when they were actually getting horrifically harassed and underpaid, but maybe now the tables have turned a little bit.
Shoes on the other foot.
Yeah. Maybe now it's a little bit better.
It's swinging back the other way. Don't worry.
It's swinging back the other way for the women in the workforce.
I mean, Cosby's out. You see him Pennsylvania just tossed his case in the fire. They didn't even care. Oof. They're like, go ahead, go home, Cosby.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, all right, then work from home for fuck's sake.
Speaking of lawsuits, Yeah, right. Supplier of explosive diarrhea and the cheesy gordita crunch, which is worth the back end blowouts, if you ask me. Taco Bell is suing a small taco joint that holds the copyright and trademark rights to the phrase Taco Tuesday.
Oh,
Really?
I mean, does
Yeah.
anyone pay for that ever?
Yes.
Mm.
Taco Bell, they get sued if they use it. Taco Bell on Tuesday filed a petition with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office to cancel the Taco Tuesday trademark owned by small rival, Taco John's, for 34 years because Taco Bell claims the commonly used phrase should be freely available to all who make, sell, eat, and celebrate tacos. Now, Taco John's is like those two old broads that own the rights to the Happy Birthday song, you know, and they can sue you if you use
No, Taco John's deserves Taco Tuesday. They were
Yeah,
there
you're
first.
right.
Taco Bell should fucking pay. Dude,
You're
young
right,
brands make so much money. Give these two old ladies the money for Taco Tuesday.
Well, give John the money. Exactly.
John, whatever. Yeah.
In 1980,
He's
Taco
like the
John.
old ladies.
Yeah, exactly. He's
brilliant.
just like him. He is. In 1980, Taco John CEO John something came up with the phrase Taco Tuesday, TWO, to increase sales on Tuesdays when he started selling tacos at 99 cents for two. And then he realized it's just better to change it to Taco Tuesday, the day of the
Way
week,
more
and we don't need to
marketable.
run a two promotion. We can just get everyone to buy tacos. And that's when they patented it, trademarked it in the late 1980s. What a genius. Like you said, now Taco Bell, instead of paying this guy, is suing them or petitioning them. And guess what? Unfortunately for Taco John, experts are saying they're going to lose because he did such a good job that it has become a common phrase. He was so good with his phrasing, and it became such a cultural phenomenon that it falls now in the common phrases or phrases that became commonplace after registration is granted, and they're very likely going to lose this case, and everyone's going to be able to use Taco Tuesday without paying them anymore.
Good.
Yeah. That sucks. That sucks.
Taco Bell should have just fucking paid them. Yeah.
Or you know what Taco Bell should do is they should come up with Taco Tuesdays, and then they do a 3-for-1 special on Tuesdays. That would get people in. Taco Tuesdays.
It's not as catchy. Taco Tuesdays.
Right, but it's
No. Taco Tuesday is the winner, and I see why Taco Bell
Taco
hired
Tuesdays.
a shitload of lawyers to get around this. But
Can we
I
put
mean,
up
it's
a
sad.
poll?
It's-
Taco
it's
Tuesdays
sad
or
for Taco
Tuesdays?
John.
of course
Taco
Tuesdays
Tuesday's
is better.
The West Taco. Don't even.
But
put
you got to
up
work with
Taco
what you got.
West. It's not Taco Tuesday is the only one. That's why Taco Bell's suing. They're spending millions of dollars on the
It's
legal
too
team
good.
to
It's too
get
good.
Taco Tuesday. Hey, we got some live comments, Mark. You might have
Yeah,
one.
bring them
Pull
up. Bring them
So
up. Dial 'em
Carl
up.
Croft says, "Is this a direct shot at LeBron?" And I think it could be. He loves Taco Tuesday. But I mean, Taco Bell's actually helping him out. It's me, Al Green, brings up a good point. He says, if Taco Bell owned Taco Tuesday, they'd sue the shell off anyone else who used it.
They would.
Yep.
That is a
think
good
they
point. They should have just paid this dude.
I think they would. And also, though, Jack Severt reminds us that's why we should have filed Fat Boy Summer first.
Well,
And
time
now
out.
we will have to be the Taco Bell.
That was
going
my
after
close-
their
that was-
Taco John.
That
because
was
we
my
weren't first.
closing argument.
Somebody. So we're like Taco Bell.
That was my closing argument. If you let me say one last sentence, I said this sounds like
sorry.
a problem
Yeah.
we're going to have down the road with Fat
Jack
Boy Summer
Severt's fast,
becoming
you know.
too commonly used boys.
You're right, Mark.
Well, Jack Sever was supposed to help us with that, and he never did.
He sent the email, and
We can empathize soon.
We never gave him the info.
That was our fault.
Soon we'll
Well,
be able to empathize with
He
John.
could have looked it up on the public internet what he asked us for.
But Wes,
honestly, but-
that's a small battle with Fat Boy Summer. Is
Yeah.
we were gonna petition to own the right from like someone else using it,
Right.
but down the road, no one's gonna have the copyright to Fat Boy Summer because it's gonna be too common.
well, it's too great. It's too great of a. I mean, it's just too great of a.
We were
combo.
trying to capitalize now.
It's a
but at some
natural
point-
thing.
Yeah.
It's a natural thing. And look, also, it's not over. Jack's still working on it. It's still ongoing. Wes,
Here we
go.
Live update.
Yeah,
Great.
fuck those dudes stealing Fat Boy Summer from us. What's wrong with them? And that
Well, and
takes
I hate to say it, but Taco Bell, A, delicious, and B, they're in our position in this one, so I'm rooting for them. Even
Look.
though I love Taco John, but
he's a genius, but
Nah, you
he
can't
didn't
take
come up
away
with
that guy's genius thing.
he didn't come up with the cheesy gordita crunch
we need
though.
we need this ruling. We need this precedent.
Yeah, but
Crunchwrap Supreme.
we can prove we said it first, though.
All right, let's get to the top story of the day.
The cream of the crop!
Look, if you give me a chance to do the coffee and a chance to bash AI, I'm going to do it 10 times out of 10, 11 times out of 10. Let's head over to Commerce, Texas, northwest of Dallas, out here kind of in the middle of nowhere. Where is it? Way up there on the top right. Way there in the top right. And that's where we're going to go to Texas A&M's Commerce Texas University branch. So their main branch is in College Station near Houston. They got branches all over the place, like Commerce, Texas. Turns out a professor at Texas A&M Commerce hates AI as much as I do, and he tricked his students, or tried to trick his students with using AI or whatever, so he could fail them and ruin their lives, right?
Okay. Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay.
That'll teach them and
Nice
AI,
guy.
right? Yeah. You see, he'd been giving them papers to write all semester, but also he had a strong inclination that the students were just getting ChatGPT to write the essays and papers. So before,
what made him think that?
well, right, the news, common sense, but
All the perfect papers.
all the perfect papers. So right before the end of the semester and final grades were to be submitted, Dr. Jared Mumm sent out an email to all of his students saying that he had been submitting everyone's last 3 assignments into OpenAI's bot ChatGPT to test whether students had been using the software to write their papers. And like you can test in AI things, and it tells you like a percentage of likelihood that it's AI.
Oh, really?
So he said that in the email. And then he's an agricultural science and natural resources professor. And he said in the email, quote, "I copy and paste your responses in this account, and ChatGTP will tell me if the program generated the content." Now he misspelled ChatGPT, calling it ChatGTP, the T and P flip. So already we're a little bit of trouble with this guy. He doesn't really know. Right? We're not dealing with the guy that really knows what he's dealing with here with AI. If he, ChatGTP is not, okay. So guess
I've
what?
been looking into this ChatGTP.
Right.
He's bluffing, isn't he?
Well, guess what happened? The professor got responses that more than half the class had been using AI with certainty to write the papers, so he failed all those students. And guess what else happened? A lot of those students were seniors that had already graduated. They withheld their diplomas and took them away, and then didn't let them walk, and said, "You're not graduating anymore." So several people didn't graduate. And what's that? It turns out that most of those students, probably all of them, at least most of them, didn't use AI, didn't cheat.
Right.
The AI claim was false, as ChatGPT is not designed and cannot tell if AI uses it.
Reverse
You have
it,
to do something else, like Winston AI, content at scale. There are things you can copy and paste, and it'll tell you if AI used it, but ChatGPT, or ChatGTP as he calls it, is not one of them. So he was copying and pasting into ChatGPT, and it was telling him yeah, we wrote it or whatever, and then he failed everyone. Several students wrote to Dr. Mumm to show them their time-stamped Google Docs when they were making edits at home to prove they didn't use AI or ChatGPT.
You wouldn't believe that?
Yeah. However, the professor ignored those emails and then replied to one student saying, "I don't grade AI bullshit."
Yeah, so he's so scared of AI that he ended up only trusting AI because he doesn't trust young people
and ruined humans' lives.
So he did the thing that he claims he's the most scared of because he just is an asshole.
Correct.
Yeah.
He needs to retire before he goes insane.
Yep. This is probably what we're dealing with in Congress with the old people thinking about ChatGPT. Yeah, he's like, this paper's too good.
Yeah, he'll never be able to grade another
Okay,
paper.
robot.
Yeah, that's proof. I could make a 1,000 fake screenshots with my ChatGPT that I just learned how to do today. So you think I believe those?
Also, what this moron doesn't know is you can take using Winston or whatever, the things I mentioned, you can take the copy and paste, and it tells you 99% likely that it was used with AI. When you see that as a student, you can take the information, put it in different software, and tell it to change it up a little bit, then put it back in the AI reading software, and it goes from 99% to less than 1%. Even though you didn't do a goddamn thing, you still use ChatGPT to write it, and then another thing to make it look on AI. So there's really no point in this guy going through all this fucking bullshit and failing kids anyways. Yeah, he's an idiot.
He's just a moron who decided to put his entire faith in the thing that he claims to hate above all else.
He gave AI an A and humans an F.
What a idiot.
And these kids didn't graduate.
These professors are gonna lose their
I mean,
minds.
go Tigers. Classic Aggies for you right there.
That is some Aggie bullshit. That's today's cup of coffee. It was brought to you by Sunday, and the weather's getting pretty nice. The weather's getting pretty warm. It's spring has sprung, summer's coming. You need to get that yard looking good. You need to be in the backyard barbecuing, maybe get a baby pool like I like to do. And you need a good yard. Otherwise, what are you doing out there? You look like a schmuck. Everyone in the neighborhood thinks you're a schmuck. You can't have a good lawn. You can't have a good anything, right? So Sunday is here to help with your lawn care. We've been working with Sunday for a long time, and we only get rave reviews. Will's getting grass to grow in a desert.
Only Sunday could do that.
With Sunday. Sunday's everything you need to get the lawn you've dreamed of. Go to getsunday.com/hardfactor and enter your address to get a customized plan created just for your lawn, because different areas like the desert need different types of fertilization and seeds and whatever. There's no trips to the store with Sunday. You're not hauling heavy bags that always have dirts on the corners that get your seats all dirty. You can't. There's like a worm in your car now, right?
Saves you so much time. Yeah.
Right. You just need a hose to apply Sunday. You can fertilize your own lawn in less time than it takes to watch an episode of Hard Factor, for example, or your favorite TV show. Here we go. You don't want to spend $1,500 a year with these other guys. With Sunday, you can do a full season starting at just $109. And for a limited time, Sunday's offering our listeners 50% off your first box. So you can get started today for as little as $55 when you go to getsunday.com/hardfactor at checkout. That's 50% off your first box at getsunday.com/hardfactor.
And Sunday is the best for lawn care service. It's delivery, like Mark said, straight to your door. And I'm not saying that you can't grow grass without Sunday. What I'm saying is they make it so easy that even a moron like me can grow grass in a desert. I'm not a smart man. When it comes to like that kind of stuff, at least.
Right.
At least. So anyways, and once you have that perfect grass and everybody in the neighborhood's coming over to check out your beautiful lawn, you're going to want to eat something tasty to people watch while they just marvel at your grass. You should do that with Greenchef. Greenchef is the #1 meal kit for eating well, with dinners that work for you, not the other way around. Fill up with protein-packed or Greenchef's newest collection of recipes fit for high protein dietary preference. Choose from 3 weekly menu items, each including at least 40 grams of protein per serving. That's a lot. You can bulk up. You can expect a variety of satisfying and flavorful recipes like Greek chicken salad with mint olive tapenade, enchilada spiced turkey bowls, and almond crusted barramundi. Bring more flavor to your table this May with Greenchef's wholesome elevated recipes featuring seasonal organic produce and unique farm fresh ingredients like rainbow carrots, bok choy, and olives, and the freshness and ease like I was just describing, all the fresh ingredients from the meat and the veggies. That's what my family loves about Greenchef. I've showed you the pictures of the meatloaf that we cook, the chili, very incredible. The whole family loves it. And it's so easy to cook out of the kits because they have every ingredient prepackaged. They have all the spices, everything, all the instructions. And so even if you don't know how to cook, you can do it and have fun. And it's pretty mindless. And so you just pop on some good music, follow the instructions, and you're having a great time with Greenchef. The whole family is. Fantastic service, even if you just cook a couple of times a week. Go to greenchef.com/hardfactor60 and use code hardfactor60 to get 60% off plus free shipping. Again, go to greenchef.com/hardfactor60 and use code hardfactor60 to get 60% off plus free shipping. For Greenchef, the #1 meal kit for eating well.
With those two sponsors, you can look like you know what you're doing in the lawn and in the kitchen. They're like, "What is this guy? Like European? What? Like how does he know all these things?"
Savant, yeah.
If you're a single
dude, don't get this guy near a piano.
Yeah, if you're a single dude, that ups your game incredibly right there.
Yeah,
those two. Yeah, wow. And then all of our sponsors really, but wow. Okay, guys, this one is a bit of a wake. We're gonna have a little wake for Vice News. Don't know if you knew it, but we're saying RIP to Vice News. Pour out a shot of homebrewed kombucha, slightly alcoholic, tastes weird, probably gets you sick because it's just another competing news outlet of Hard Factor to bite the dust in the current economic climate. Not Hard Factor, though.
We're still here.
Yeah. While BuzzFeed and Vice have to do stuff like worry about massive overhead costs of running corporate network media outlets, trying to please massive investors, while everyone slashes their advertising budgets to nothing in 2023, because that's what's happening. We don't have to worry quite as much. We've got some longtime sponsors that kick a ton of ass, like we just talked about. And we've got all the bonus pod subscribers in the Hardo Hive on the Patreon, Spotify, and YouTube and other places. And we all just, kept or picked up a few new side jobs so we can
That's
keep
right.
making jokes about the news and not
And we're
completely go out of
stubborn,
business.
so we ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. And we're stupid and stubborn. And we're sticking around. And this is definitely not a recession. Advantage hard factor, because last I checked, we're still in business. The show is happening right now with our teas and our pit stains. And Vice Media, though, it's different. Vice Media filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on Monday of this week and got approved for their requested $5 million bankruptcy loan to facilitate their sale on Tuesday in Manhattan. And one of Vice's main investor groups, besides George Soros and Disney, is Fortress Lender Group. And they're pushing to buy the defunct media giant for $225 million. And it's a move that Fortress Lenders claims will strengthen the Vice Media brand. And meanwhile, in the real world of actual profit and loss, Vice Media was valued at as much as $5.7 billion as recently as 2017. And only 5 years later, they are officially bankrupt already and going to be lucky to get $0.2 billion for their IP carcass.
Ooh,
so
that's a
I don't know
good
if it
deal.
really strengthens the
what
brand.
happened? What happened to them?
This year, everybody cut advertising, and BuzzFeed bit the dust first. Now Vice News. So
a lot of ramping up with hires and while things were going well, and then they were at max capacity. Then things went bad.
Max capacity, and everybody cuts their ad budgets.
Yeah.
No more BuzzFeed News or Vice News, and they're selling for pennies on the dollar to whoever wants them. But RIP. But that doesn't mean we can't remember the good times, right? The classic Vice headlines that only they could deliver, cum cocktails. Our new crazy intern Gabe got a bunch of her girlfriends and guy friends together to drink semen cocktails. Here's how that went. And it's a bunch of people who
how did it go? I bet it went pretty well. Look at that.
They got hammered and they drank jizz.
Her top is almost not allowed on YouTube, the amount of boobs she's showing.
She knows.
Real Lena Dunham situation. A bunch of girls who look like they definitely work at Vice. Or other headlines. I wish they had it. Another headlines like how to have sex with a fat girl, or I ate myself out with my iPhone and it was pretty good. And of course,
do that.
Technology. And of course, the timeless classic, how to make breakfast with your vagina. February 9th, 2015. Vice News always bringing the hits with the headlines. Which one was fake, by the way, of those?
Which one was fake? The iPhone.
The vagina one was fake. Vagina was fake.
I should see bring up the picture. Yeah, you made that.
You can really eat yourself out with the with the iPhone now. We actually covered it because you can lick the screen of your phone. It's like a pressure sensor. You put something down there. Anyways, Vice headlines have been so outrageous since their start in 1994 that they even made a Vice headline generator, like themselves. Vice does it. Here it is. So I'll bring it up for you guys. It says, "Give me Vice," and then they'll give you a headline. Mussolini's cousin is not a garbage collector, but he is a roofer. Or 17 reasons why Silicon Valley is the seediest place in the world. How Boris Johnson thought Kim.com was a polyamorous hipster, which I don't even. So anyways, it's not a very good website, but they've even branded making insane
ridiculous
titles. Making ridiculous
documentaries, because they had some really good documentaries.
Their shows were good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like their in investigative shows, like their TV shows, their news articles were not very good, but their production value was really high quality, and they did a lot of good documentaries.
Fuck, That's Delicious was awesome.
Yeah,
I love the weed content, guys. I'm not dancing on Vice's grave. In fact, I love them. Like
the budget got a little too big, and they started doing a little too much.
Yeah. Pioneers of marijuana content. I mean, they've been around since 94. That's a long run. Also I love them for one of the only things that they've posted on their Instagram account since their bankruptcy announcement. The insanely fun fact that America used to have official fat men's clubs. So see that picture right there, gentlemen? That is fat men gathered together in fellowship.
Awesome.
Yeah. Just to celebrate their fatness with one another.
We do that every day.
you kick someone out if they're too skinny?
Yes, they did, Mark.
Yeah.
They actually did. And so the Vice's Instagram post, which has no article attached, since I guess they finally realized that server space is expensive. It says this. It says to join. Oh, sorry. I got to put my Vice glasses on real quick.
Oh yeah, nerds. Yeah.
To join an American fat men's club in the early 1900s, you had to pay a $1 fee, learn a secret handshake, and most importantly, weigh at least 200 pounds. As NPR reports, one of those clubs in Wells River, Virginia, went by the mantra, "We're fat and we're making the most of it," and the motto, "I've got to be good natured. I can't fight and I can't run." And
That's great.
the clubs mark perhaps the last time society celebrated size as a sign of wealth. At its peak, the New England Fat Men's Club had 10,000 members. However, by the 1920s, turnout at the once busy soirees had dwindled to a tiny slice of what it once was. And as the years progressed, the clubs faded into obscurity. Historians note that while there were a few female equivalents of these clubs, women's fat reduction clubs, surprise, surprise, were far more common. So there was fat women's clubs too. But yeah, so fat men's clubs was a thing.
That's awesome. They said secret handshake. Let's be real. It was a belly bump.
Oh, for sure.
It was 100%, 1,000%. You bumped bellies, and that's
Greasy.
Or it was like the
handshake.
first fist bump. Yeah, like where you just didn't have to lift your arm all the way. You just could like you know, just like hit your arms together.
You hand them a piece of food. And then
But yeah, so I feel like Vice, you know, the downfall of Vice, and then them posting a little bit of a salty post about Fat Men's Club. I feel like it's not a coincidence. I feel like
shot
hard
at us.
factor.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a shot across the bow. Hard factor. We have been unwittingly been bringing Fat Men's Clubs back this whole time and not have known it. Vice clearly seems to know it. They see it. It's basically the only thing they posted about in the wake of their own destruction is Fat Boy Summer being back. And that's the way it is.
Awesome.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a good thing, you know, that Fat Boy Summer is back too, because Fat Men's Club's meetups sounded pretty incredible. And listen to how the huge 10,000 member one in New England that they just talked about, called Upper Valley Life, used to throw down at the group dinners, because these guys met up to be fat together. And so this is how it went down, as described by writer Polly Taffert at the time. She says, one 9-course menu included oyster cocktail, cream of chicken soup, boiled snapper, filet of beef with mushrooms, roast chicken, roast suckling pig, shrimp salad, steamed fruit pudding with brandy sauce, assorted cakes, cheese and ice cream, followed by coffee and cigars.
Whoa.
The evening was laced with large portions of wit, sarcasm, and roaring laughter.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah, it's the best, dude.
Sarcasm and roaring laughter with cigar smoke at the end of the night. Oh, man.
Yeah, these guys are the best. So the last period where fat men came to dominate America, and therefore the world, the entire globe, of course, was between the Civil War and World War I. And you can hilariously see the reflection of this trend in the American presidents, starting with post-war Ulysses S. Grant in 1869, all the way through the fattest president of all time in America, William Howard Taft, whose reign ended in 1913. And another fun fact, after his reign ended as president, he actually began to walk again and lost about 100 pounds, down from his peak of 340.
He didn't get stuck in a bathtub anymore?
No, he's like, I think that was his calling card. And losing the election to his former like buddy. Yeah.
That's bottom when you need to get oil greased out of a bathtub.
Yeah. So anyways, I mean, I think that the rise of the fat man is upon us again. And what brought about the last era of fat man dominance? You guys know
what brought about it?
How did fat men come to dominate the globe last time, back from 1869 to 1913?
Something with like
kings,
agriculture, cows, steaks, something with steaks.
You guys are both on the right lines. The Industrial Revolution, where
that's right.
tons of inventions came out, like the car. You ever heard of it?
Right.
That made life easier for humans, less walking. And what's happening now? The rise of the AI machines, a second industrial revolution, making life easier for humans, a second golden age for the fat man to rise again.
Slaughterhouses, quicker to kill him, get him in the belly. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, you can make those steaks quick. And guys, France, the east coast of the United States, Texas, Tennessee, and Nevada were the hubs of the last rise of the fat man. Coincidence? I think not. That's the hard factor footprint.
Was that guy eating a whole potato in one bite?
That was a French Fat Club member. Yeah, a whole potato, one bite, staring down a skinny guy, probably. That's Jean Jumel, a member of the French club called Les 100 Kilos, which means the 100 kilos.
His friend looks amazed. His friend looks amazed by him.
He had to be over 220. So, I think that this is the fall of Vice ended up being a sign that it's actually the rise of the fat man once again. So RIP to Vice, but I mean, they see it. They're posting all they post on the timeline, guys, right now. After they announced that they're bankrupt, Vice is filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Then they go, this is what a week's worth of trash looks like. And it's salty posts about people making too much trash and then fat guys being too damn cool.
That's definitely a shot at us, but
exactly.
Backfired shot.
Again, Vice, not dancing on your grave. So sorry for you. But the big man's era has begun again right before our very eyes. And it's tough for Vice.
Any of those 5 million dormant followers want to come on over to the dark side.
Exactly. We're still going. We're not in bankruptcy.
No. And then she said, hurry up and come. I can't breathe.
See, we gotta go. Yeah. We gotta get back to it. We gotta host a fat man's club.
Yeah,
yeah, dude.
We need it.
Yeah.
We can bring it back. We could easily host a fat men's get together. No problem.
Right.
At a barbecue.
We refund anyone under 200 pounds.
Yeah, I think we've just been doing it. Yeah. I mean, I think that we could be all inclusive because Fat Boy Summer's all inclusive.
We should be all inclusive.
So we're not kicking people out.
No.
For not meeting the minimum.
Maybe just a discount if you're under over 250.
Well, but what I'd say, discount
full
for
price,
sure.
Full
discounted
price
membership
if you're skinny. Yeah.
I think you got to get a little fatter than 250 to get a discount, though. You got to be. Okay. You got to get up there. But I think that we're on the right track, guys. Fat Boy Summer is just it's like 2.0. It's that era 2.0. We've taken because those guys were kind of like assholes probably at the time. They weren't very inclusive and all that. They're like kicking people out for being under 200, all this stuff. No, now right. Fat Boy Summer, look, we're cool with everybody.
All inclusive. Absolutely. But I want the courses and the sarcasm, wit, and raucous laughter. We have to keep that. Yeah,
that's the legacy that we're carrying on. That's the torch we're carrying, Mark.
The good times, but everyone can have them. Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Speaking of things that fat guys love, electric bikes, and we've got
no pedaling.
We've got a great sponsor, Lectric Bikes. Do you believe that these things go 28 miles per hour and can go up to 65 miles if you buy the extended battery which is just like $180 more than the already ridiculous price they're selling these things for? Amazing. And also look at these things. Like I said, like I told you guys yesterday, they sent me one. My son loves it. I love it. And there's nothing like pedaling minimally and going very fast. That is a perfect combination. Minimal pedaling and speed is perfect. And look at this thing. You can also, if you're like a mom, dad, want to get the kids out, you can modify these bastards to put kids on the back. So you can go on a nice.
This is you in like 2 years, Will.
Yeah, oh no, I can't wait to take. I'm already planning to hook up the bike trailer to the Lectric and just never pedal and just let it do my babysitting.
Hell yeah!
And if you don't have kids, you can put your bitch on the back. Check it out. I think
that's two. I think it's two dudes. But
Okay, well, they're still
two
styling.
dudes too.
But yeah,
you can do either way.
It's bro bitch.
Yeah. Pull your twink back there. And it's incredible. You can modify them. Check this out. You can put baskets on them. Anything you want. They fold up.
Oh, look at that! It's so convenient.
If you don't have an electric bike yet, you're gonna. I mean, it's the future, and so every electric bike you see from here on out, you're just gonna be thinking, "Damn it, I should have bought that Lectric."
And these are among the best. Whisper quiet and saves you money on gas. All you do is plug it in, and again, you can go up to 65 miles on one of their batteries, and
Nuts.
they can be financed for as low as $73 a month. I mean, think of all the dumb shit you're spending over $73 a month on, and you don't have an electric bike. You're just tossing it down the toilet. Might as well put $73 a month into one of these sweet bad boys.
So much more fun.
And have a lot of fun. Yeah. Again,
it was over 100 miles, Wes. One of them with the extra battery.
100 miles.
Over Jesus Christ. Over 250,000 dedicated
Cross
riders
state lines
so far. Yeah, you can go back to and from work without on one charge.
Go to Mexico.
And they cost way less than the competition. There's a lot of competition out there, but electric bikes are foldable. They ship free, come fully assembled, and they are ranked among the best. So celebrate yourself or someone special, deserving of an amazing gift like yourself, and give them the freedom that comes with an electric bike. Visit lectricebikes.com to learn more and explore the epic models Lectric has to offer. That's LECTRICE bikes.com. And again, we don't have a promo code. We're not sure if we're getting one, but if you see a way to tell them the Hard Factor sent you, go ahead. Send them an email. Fuck it.
Yeah, send them an email.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just let them know. I mean, just and have fun mostly because you will.
They are a lot of fun. All right, guys.
Tell them to send us another free one because we all want one.
Yeah, I know. I'm not giving mine up. Guys, commuting sucks. Okay, we're gonna start out dark. We're gonna go into the light. All right, commuting sucks. I mean, trying to get from one place
unless you're on an electric bike.
Unless you're on an electric bike, then it's a lot of fun, right?
Generally, though,
it can be a real pain in the ass. Traffic. That's why most of us stay at home. Content to just not go anywhere. I mean, we work from home most of the time. There's really only a few.
Elon Musk says that working from home is unethical? Something weird.
I don't know.
Oh, he hates it. Lazy. It's strawberry. Use strawberry.
Yeah.
So that's what he says.
Yeah.
He hates it.
Leaving your house, getting from point A to point B is a hassle, right? You got traffic, other morons on the road. Commuting sucks. And commuting really sucks if you live in Malawi. Will, I know you've traveled in Africa extensively.
Oh,
I've been in
Malawi especially. Malawi is one of the countries I've spent a lot of time in. And it's one of the least developed nations in Africa.
A few dirt roads out in Malawi.
Roads aren't great, huh?
Oh, just a few. Yeah. I mean, I'd say like pretty much every road is probably. I mean, besides like the major highways, it can be the only thing that's paved.
I'm guessing everything's harder in Malawi. And especially if you live in the Nasanje district, and part of your everyday routine involves crossing the Shire River, a shallow, infested with crocodiles and hippos river. And we were just talking about how dangerous hippos were on the other day on the episode, and we all know how dangerous crocodiles are. Combined, they contribute to almost 1,000 deaths a year in Africa alone. And this year's numbers, unfortunately, just went up after a hippo attacked a ferry carrying 37 passengers going across this fucking river, causing it to capsize and tossing the people into the croc and hippo-infested water below. I'm going to show you a video of what hippos can do in the water.
Oh no! Is this of what happened, or is this
no? This is just hippos in action. No people. Mark, you might find the first one disturbing. Because this hippo is going after the king of the fucking jungle. He's attacking a lion.
Did he get it?
Nope, the lion escapes luckily. But that hippo ain't backing down from being the king of the jungle. And look at the hippo goes under the water, and it looks like a submarine coming at this fucking boat. You can see it in the water, coming. It's like that tiger shark the other day. These things are super fast as fuck. And then all of a sudden,
boom. Oh my god,
it's gonna kill.
Yeah, it's like a bear climbing a tree, a hippo underwater. Like you don't understand how quick it's gonna be.
Yeah, but it's like Michael Phelps doing the butterfly.
Massive. It looks like an orca, dude. It looks like an orca. You know the videos of the orcas chasing like the fishing boats. It looks like that, like except like in a river.
They were so fast. Anyway,
oh man, they can weigh up to 10,000 pounds.
They can crush a boat in half. Yeah, they can crush your skull.
What?
You ever seen a hippo eat a watermelon?
They could be in the fat.
They kill so many people.
They could be in the fat boy club.
They kill the most people in Africa of any other animal. So Agnes Zalakoma.
I think that the hippo would have been a good mascot for the old version of the Fat Man's Rise to Power. But this time, again, guys, remember, I think we got to pick a better. Yeah. Something that's less bloodthirsty.
So
this one should be less bloodthirsty. Fat Man Reign, right?
Yes, you're right. Inclusive and friendly, but wit, sarcasm, and raucous laughter, and the courses.
Of course. Which hippos, you know, they have fun.
So the police spokesman Agnes Zalakoma said this happened Monday, and 23 of the boat's 37 passengers were missing and feared dead in the water, which again infested with crocodiles and hippos. He also said,
How many died?
So the 23 or more, 23 at least.
Whoa,
yeah,
insane.
23 are missing.
Yeah. And how many hippos did that to those people?
Well, crocodiles and hippos. Because the
right.
guy said we came and rescue these people because the fucking water's too infested with crocodiles and hippos, and we don't want to get eaten by crocodiles and
Why
hippos.
are ferries going? Why are ferries going across this?
Because they have no other fucking choice. So I'm not even gonna read you what one of the terrible details of the whole thing, but pretty fucking crazy. Right,
gets worse than the 23 people slaughtered by the hippos.
One of the victims was very young, and it's just kind of sad.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah,
that's sad. Hey, Wes, live commenter Al Green, he brings up another fantastic point. It's the manatee's ugly cousin. How come we can't just get rid of gators? I mean, not gators. Gators are more chill than crocodiles, but crocs and hippos, and just replace them with manatees.
I don't know. What
manatees would never fuck you up.
Yeah, no, not like this. No,
they're chill.
So
gators and manatees, you got to be thankful to be an American, dude, because gators and manatees versus hippos and crocs, fuck all that hippo and croc noise. Gators and manatees all day.
You're right.
Yeah. Crocodiles and hippos way more dangerous. But let's move on, guys, because I don't want to end the day on such a tragedy.
A child being eaten alive by a hippo.
Yeah, I don't want to end on that.
Have a great fucking day. Yeah,
Wes ending the thought of Wes ending the show on that was what was funny. I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at.
I mean, I've done it in the past, but not today.
Trying to get you to laugh.
Yeah. Guys, have you ever known any girls that went to like an all girls college or like high school?
Yeah, sure. Her name was Dolores, and it was 1934. What are you talking about?
No, never.
High school?
No.
Yeah.
All girls college? No.
Okay.
Not high school is more common than college. Right. Catholic high school, pretty common.
What were the stereotypes of those girls?
I think my mom went to an all-girl college.
Oh, really?
Because they were repressed, so you could get them freaking the sheets.
Right. I only knew one girl, and she went to.
What do you say about mom?
No, that was about a Catholic girl, schoolgirls in general. Mark, sorry.
Yeah. Let's move on, guys. The class of '99 at this all-girls college in Australia, Kilbreda College. All girls, they have a special bond. You see, 24 years ago, the girls got together to create a yearbook. And in that yearbook were all their addresses so they could keep in touch after they had graduated, right? Which is great, unless that yearbook gets in the hands of the wrong person. And luckily for us, it got into the hands of almost the worst person it could have gotten into the hands of, a man who thought to himself, class of 1999 Kilbreda College yearbook, all girls school, addresses. I bet these girls would really enjoy it if I splooged inside a condom and sent it to them with a nice handwritten note. And that's what he did. That's what he did. 65 girls so far from this yearbook have received a handwritten note and inside a splooged-in condom from some sicko that found the yearbook.
So he was looking at their pictures while jerking off, and you wrote him a note being like, "I finished your picture." Did he do that?
Something like that, yeah. And he added it. He added at the end. He's like, "I've heard the rumors about Catholic schoolgirls, and I mean, I know them to be true. So I already know you're going to enjoy this."
Yes, exactly. You think he said things like, "I've done this 32 times, and you were the easiest."
Yeah,
I did it quickest to your picture, like personalized notes.
Yeah. He's on the H.
I almost filled up 2 condoms. Yeah.
How much more self-identifying information besides his own semen has he included? On the envelope?
Well, the handwritten notes, which are a special touch of his. He likes to handwrite notes, and a lot of the handwritten notes are, of course, filled with perverted, sexualized content and threats. Because what goes
you
better with
never let me found your yearbook
than a threat?
Hope this found you well.
Like peanut butter and jelly. Use condoms and threats in the mail. So the sergeant of the police said, "Our message to the offender would be, you need to stop this, and we will find you and knock it off, will you? We don't know what the connection to the school is. It might be an ex-student, an employee. It could be someone who found this yearbook in the rubbish and they're playing the game." And or it could be like the son of one of these people, Who knows? Many of the letters were sent to the women's old home addresses and were opened by their parents, who were traumatized and distressed by the ordeal. Yeah.
That makes sense if it's a high school yearbook that
Yeah.
most of them probably aren't living there
Yeah.
20 years later.
Oh, look, a letter for Sydney. How wonderful. Sydney.
Some of these people, some of these people are just completely, not that they're all innocent, but they're not even like the girls or their families. They're probably new house people.
Yeah,
Right,
but stop playing innocent so much. There's 65 of you. Just crowdsource to pop that thing in the DNA machine and figure out who the fuck sent you.
To Will's point, why don't the cops take one of the 65 condoms and run it through the DNA thing?
They are. They're running all the semen condoms through the DNA, but if he's not in the system,
it is one
they
guy.
can't find him.
What if it's a bunch of dudes?
Oh, that would be scary.
And they're also doing handwriting analysis too.
What if it's not human semen? It's like a farmer.
Oh, that would be brilliant, actually.
A farmer doing this would be what a prank.
That would be scary.
Horse
It's
cum?
like
That'd be awesome.
Pig and horse semen, yeah.
As long as he doesn't, as long as he just
Bull
keeps it to the
semen?
mail and mail that doesn't hurt anybody physically.
It's an intimidating prank.
Kind of crazy.
One victim told reporters of how her mother called to ask whether she should open a quote odd letter. She's like, "Yeah, mom, just open it. I'm sure it's fine." And inside was just a used condom.
It feels like there's a used condom in here.
Yeah,
It's about the weight of one used condom, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
If I should.
So Bree said that similar complaints snowballed, and she soon formed a Facebook Messenger group amongst the alumna of this college. And it seemed that every 1 or 2 days, more and more girls would say, "Got one." And she says, "It's beyond the joke now. We just want it to stop." One of the girls has received 4 letters, and she's just over it.
Ooh, that girl, okay, she knows who it is.
She is.
That girl knows the attacker.
Yeah,
That girl is.
She's over it.
This guy really is just stalking her, but he's sending it to everyone else to disguise it,
Right.
to disguise the fact that he's actually really just stalking that one lady.
Right.
The obsession is expanded to her entire school.
Yeah. She closed with, we have no idea who it could be. No one seems to find a connection. We can't think of anyone who has a grudge against us. And I mean,
I don't know about grudge though.
Yeah.
It could just be a prankster. This is just a sick prank.
Prank or obsession. It could just be somebody who really was upset they didn't.
Yeah. But
cut.
how are you gonna keep opening letters after the? It's like the guy who kept drinking the drinks, getting poisoned. Why are you gonna keep opening the letters?
He he sent this one lady 4 letters. Yeah,
it's another envelope, honey. It smells of mushrooms. Should I open it?
Yeah, like obviously, it's obviously the same guy, same envelope,
same handwriting.
Yeah. Maybe this
This
time,
one's
maybe
a
this time he
little bit
confesses.
doggy as well.
Dear Sydney. All right, Eric's got
number 5. The next one says.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fucking hilarious.
As long
Eric's,
as he
I mean,
gets
no
caught,
harm's
he
been
doesn't
done.
kill
It's just
anyone.
it's just a come condom.
Somebody
in the
to
mail.
touch somebody's semen, though. That's not great. I mean, like,
Yeah, I mean, it's fucked up, but it's not really what.
Better
harm
than
is
the
being
hippo
done.
story.
Oh, way better. Yeah.
way better.
Eric's got the
night
poll.
and day. Fast Five. Okay, I can see that. Wes, start there. Try to make it through Fast Five.
Fast 5
that the
is
first one?
very good. No, it's the 5th one.
Oh, okay.
It's the 5th one. It's in the title.
All right, who's on High Five tomorrow?
Pat, I think.
All right, here we go. Oh, wait till it gets to that little thingy there.
Oh my god. Triple dipple?
Triple dip.
Oh,
Come on,
Mark.
Will.
Dipple.
Mark got into the goo
Not like
again.
I'm moving. It's all good. I'll do it.
I wish, you know what? I wish it was like a double dare, like where one of us, like when we spun the wheel and whoever got coffee also got slimed at the same time, like a
that would be awesome.
giant bucket of slime drops on you.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Or
A bucket
the
of water.
coffee guy doesn't get slimed and the other 3 get slimed.
You're almost coming
Either
up on
way.
the mercy rule. What's the mercy rule? 5
5.
or
Either way,
4?
it's fine.
Yeah.
5.
I think it's 5 because remember I did the
Yeah,
5
whole
one week and it
5
was
in
like,
a row. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the
Messi.
5.
The wheel's gonna stop me at 4. It knows what it's doing.
Yeah. But that's gonna do it for the show.
Smart.
We hope you tune in for the final show tomorrow with the High Five. Another great coffee coming at you from Mark, and Will and I have some more hilarious stories to bring you. But most importantly, we love you and have a great fucking day.